unfortunate mistake of I pushed the button for canceling or refreshing the progress of the Final Fantasy VII thing. Watch your ears. Watch your ears, I said. There we go. Yeah, so I lost my progress in Final Fantasy VII. I have to get it back, and I really don't feel like doing some of those missions again tonight, so I'm not going to do them. So we're going to do a career mission tonight. We're going to work a little further into the actual, meat of the game, as it were. Hi, kitty. How are you? I'm going to give you a big smoocherino. There you go. How do you lose progress? Well, let me put it this way. When you go over to specials over here into the Midgar section, there's a big button here that says restart. Now, in my mind, I saw restart and I thought, oh, you could just restart the map. Restart the map you're playing. Like a normal person would think. But apparently in the game's logic, this actually restarts the entire campaign, which sucks the big one. So I will do that off camera later, because there's no fun in redoing the bar on camera. Let's instead do the career mode. How's my volume? I'm going to do a random sound effect. Watch your ears.
Christmas is already
Jesus
over.
Christ.
Yeah.
Can I do one that's not loud as balls, please?
You shot my gun, goddammit! You're supposed to shoot a person's gun? Oh, God, that pisses me off!
Okay. That's close enough, I guess. I think today is the day that Robin Williams died, if I'm not mistaken. So a big rip and an F in the chat, and a round of applause for Robin Williams. That's enough. That's enough of that. Oh, that's what the problem is. That just mutes that. Neat. Neat. I need to stop doing that. Okay. Sorry. Clean the detached house. This is a job, also hybrid. A job from Ora Smith and Jenny Pebbles. Cards on the table. We live at an old house of Esther DeAth, the eccentric actress who played the Wicked Witch in the classic movie and vanished mysteriously in the national park. What do you mean by that classic movie? You don't mean like The Wizard of Oz, do you? We know all the rumors surrounding the place, but we also know we've picked up an absolute bargain. We don't mind if the furniture moves around a little. That's just next level feng shui. But the grubby exterior is really getting to us, and all the other power washers in town are too scared to set foot in our yard. If you could help us out, we'd be eternally grateful. Why are they scared to set foot in your yard? It's just a house, right? I mean, it kind of looks like that one house from Monster House. Also, whoops, turn that on. There we go. You might notice the odd, super weird, creepy sign on the outside of the house. It's nothing to worry about. What do you mean? What sign are you talking about? I'm unclear. This sign? This? Oh, god damn it. According to Jenny's research, they're written in Enochian, the ancient language of the angels. Okay, you're a crazy person. All right, cool. I'm doing a job for a crazy person, and I'm okay with that because their money is good. The money of crazy people is still good. It still pays the bills just fine. I noticed earlier, I was telling Kitty the DLC for this game has not ever gone on sale. Ever. The game has, but the actual DLC is like $8 straight up, and it has not ever gone on sale, and that's a little wild to me, but to each their own. What's wild to me is that like the majority of the of the people who give it negative reviews, $8 already cheap. It is, and yet, I don't know. Is $8 for several maps, good? I don't know. Is it? Also, they lock progress of the 100% achievements behind the behind all of the maps. So if you don't get the Back to the Future map, for example, you can't 100% the game, which, isn't a huge deal to me because I intend to eventually get the DLCs. It's just a little weird that they've just, never gone on sale. Also, while I'm not trying to be stingy here, $8 for a DLC that's essentially a third of the price of the actual game for much less of the actual, content. I don't know. Not trying to sound cheap, but I am failing at it, and I do understand that. I need to get one of those little extendy arms. Hold on, that's what I'm going to buy. I'm going to go over here to the shop. I'm going to buy a short extender. There we go. And I'm going to use that. I don't think I probably need this because I think there's other things you can use. There we go. Oh, that's much better. But I do want to get that one achievement that's to get all the equipment anyways, so it's not a big deal. So why wouldn't you use this thing all the time? Is it not very good at short range? Is that the problem? Probably. I need to just take a little time to figure out how I want to handle this job. This is a pretty big house. This house is worth $650, which, if I remember correctly, is just about how much the just about as much as the park paid us for cleaning that hellscape of a park. So, also, my goodness. Oh, that is graffiti that I gotta get off. Interesting. All right. Interesting. Every time I power wash like a house in this, it makes me want to power wash our house. And then I'm sad because I don't have a power washer. And I think we should probably hire somebody who has a power washer, or possibly buy a power washer, but I think those are expensive. Also, okay, let me take this, switch back to stubby gun. There we go. Gives me a little more control. Let's go ahead and take care of the driveway. I need to do a more structured approach to this house. I'm doing a willy-nilly all-over approach, which is not the way I should be doing this. Also, let me put it this way. I think $8 would not necessarily be a ton of money, except it's $8 for every DLC. So it's like, is getting $8 of content, is it worth possibly 3 or 4 maps? I'm not sure how much the DLC costs. Or excuse me, I don't know how many maps you get in the DLC. Regardless, I have a ton of maps to get through before I even need to think about picking up most of the DLCs. Maybe by then we'll hit like the spooky sale. Maybe there will be like a power washing spooky sale and the I don't know, the Back to the Future will be on sale because, you know, people will go out dressed up as Back to the Future characters for Halloween, as kids are wont to do. I need to fix the slot machine so it's just using my emotes, because if it uses the 7TV emotes, it's going to be very hard to win, because I think that's a 458 of those emojis, of those 7TV emotes. So the chances of actually hitting the jackpot are extremely slim. But you know what? It's even more of a, you know, oh my god, I did it if you do win. Clean these bricks off right here. How are you, kitty? How was your Sunday? Was your Sunday everything that you hoped it would be? This house is so grimy. I probably need to switch to the heavy cleaner a little more. We're getting further into the campaign, so I think it expects you to either have the super powerful gun or to really know what you're doing with the different levels of spray. Like, this place is dirty, and you can't just spray everything with the yellow sprayer. That said, we could probably get the rest of the driveway. It was really good getting things done. That's good. That's good. I worked. I spent most of my day in a box. It was a good box. I got to take a walk today. That was fun. Definitely wasn't super hot and miserable. I'm looking forward to, like, September. That will be really nice to be able to walk around again. This is not the time to be walking around outside. Plenty of people are doing it, you know, because they paid a lot of money to be here, so of course they're going to walk around outside, but hoo boy. It is a hot one out in Florida. Alright, driveway is completely clean, right? What about... oh, goodness. Maybe I should do the side of the house first, because I was already working on that. Let's do that. Perfect. Girl is saying you should draw a penis. Show her what you power washed last time. It's on YouTube. Say I should draw a penis. Not to scale. Yeah, the short is on YouTube. It's actually got, like, for me, quite a lot of views. I'm like, it's just a weenie. It's just a weenie drawn into some dirt. It's a good little jibe that I did, but goodness, that makes you laugh. You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, so the window frame needs some work. There we go. That's a tidal wave. No, it's a wiener. Kitty, that's a wiener. I can't get the stupid ladder. I can't. The ladder mechanics drive me nuts. That's okay. I don't really need the ladder very much. At least I haven't historically. There we go. What's going on, Gorp? Is that your favorite emote? Is that, what's your favorite 7TV emote? Also, that I had that as a automatic thing before I had the high emoji. Nice. Everything works for a reason. Let's go around to the back of the house. I don't want to face the front of the house right now. Let's put this right over here. I'm going to leave the wiener for now. This is the same porch. The same porch as the other house. They didn't even try. How was your day, Gorp? What's going on? I'm gonna push. Let me see. I'm starting to think that the slot machine might be unwinnable. Oh no, it isn't. Never mind. I stand corrected. You're like high in Gorp. Fair enough. I added ungorp. I think I added several gorps. As I sat on the sofa just now, I heard a strange sofa-like sound. Spooky. I can't actually read the in-game screen because my my on-screen chat is right there. So I've got to look at the monitor capture. Interesting. It works on the it works in my OBS chat, but in neither of the other chats. That's bizarre. Gorp, have you seen all of the putt-putt games? I think they take about an hour apiece, right? Maybe less. I know that Jenny Nicholson really likes putt-putt. She has them on her back window. Swimsuit, underwear, cruise. Wonder if there's any cruise 7TV emotes. I'm looking. Kitty's doing a lot of research for the cruise that we're going to go on, and it's exciting. There's a lot of fun things to look forward to on this ship. Probably a different kind of cruising. I think I re-added a riding, didn't I? Hold on. Egg. I don't remember what it is. There's a 7TV emote that I added for riding. I think it was like eggplant. That's the one. It doesn't show on screen, but it shows in the 7TV. I think I need to reset OBS for it to see that, and I don't have the heart to do that. I'm not going to. Let's take care of this before we go too far up towards the front porch. Oh my god. Yeah, that was unintentional. It was I got rid of, I think, every single emote that I could think of that could trigger accidentally. I don't, with a few exceptions like high and by. So we shouldn't have that issue anymore. I think I went through a period where I thought it would be funny if it would trigger when we're doing like emotes. So there was a whole bunch of emotes that were just like Sephiroth, and it was just like an emoji of Sephiroth. And I'm like, what was I thinking? It's terrible. So I got rid of a lot of those. It's like I don't need to reduce the chat to pictograms. We can actually read. I just like I like emotes every now and then. I think Something Awful really did a number on people's love, on people's interest in emotes. And I'm like, just chill. Emotes are fun. Emotes are a fun way to express yourself. We don't all have to, it's no longer 2003. This house is looking real good. Can't help but notice we're only 25% done. This is going to be a big house. Hello, Micah. How are you? How have you been? Are you ready to help us clean a house? To be fair, in 2012, the Twitch emotes were really bad. Not wrong. I don't think there were really any animated emotes, were there? Like, you couldn't even have any animated emotes, if I remember. Like, you had to get 7TV, and it was all pretty much just the worst emojis. Actually, it wasn't even 7TV. It was Frankerface. And now there's like 4 of them, and I consolidated pretty much all of my emojis into 7TV because I don't really feel the need to have Frankerface Z emotes and Frankerface Z and Better TV and etc, etc, etc. I think one place for emotes is just fine. Winding down, you don't think you can get anything super productive done? Well, hang tight in this stream. We're just relaxing here. We're doing some chill Powerwash Simulator. This house is a gross mess. I was saying earlier that I accidentally deleted all of my progress in the Final Fantasy VII area, so off stream I'm going to need to redo Tifa's stupid bar. But that's okay, because at least the Tifa's bar is fun. This is one of those games that it really fits into the super chill category. Like, if you get off work or something and you just want a super relaxing game to chill out to, like, hit this up, or American Truck Simulator is real good. What else? Binding of Isaac is really good. I haven't played Binding of Isaac in like 5 years. I don't know what I'm talking about. My game of choice to just sort of chill out to lately has been Hades 2, but I've also been opening up some Powerwash and been doing the free play, trying to get some money up. Not a lot, because I'm still poor as shit, as you can clearly see. I only have $1,300. Drawing weenuses on things sure is fun, but it ain't paying the bills, that's for sure. I need to hit the big time in Powerwash Simulator. And cleaning people's extremely haunted houses is not going to propel us to the big time. I miss the old days where you could watch, like, you could see a haunted house and you could kind of think that the area was haunted. Nowadays, anything that's like, oh, this place is haunted, it's very obviously fake all the time. And it makes me think, maybe it's been fake the entire time. Where's my gas button? There it is. Maybe it's maybe once, maybe not fake. Fake's not the right word, but maybe all of these shows have definitely been fake. Like, we don't know any, we know so little about the paranormal. What is that? What am I even looking at there? We know so little about the paranormal. Sorry, I'm gonna get rid of part of the wiener over here. Unfortunately, all good things need to come to an end, so I need to get rid of the weenie. So anyways, yeah, I think we're going to do a 2 games a night. I think like Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo should take about an hour. I think both of the, like, 2 games a night should take about an hour apiece. If I had to guess, I could be wrong. Maybe there's some deep, dark Putt Putt lore that we're going to get sucked into. When you were a kid or a teen, you went into a lot of abandoned houses. The wind effects alone made creepy noises. That was fun to do when you were in younger times, like back in the before times, before the world became super ass scary. At least in the States, you know, it was fun to be able to caravan around and like go into like houses that weren't fully built and just sort of check out people's like construction sites and stuff. Wildly unsafe, and maybe if my parents had known what we were doing, maybe we wouldn't have done that so much, but it was fun. It was fun to just like explore places we shouldn't necessarily go, especially places that are super haunted like this house. Also, it looks like we're gonna have to do the second floor too. So let's get the whole first floor as good as we can get it anyways. Come on there. Eesh. You really gotta get in there and just get the grit off. These levels are not fooling around. Never really been super spooked out like by those sorts of things. Like, we're gonna find out in Spooky Month. I've got a whole litany of you know, scary games that we're gonna try out. I've got Limbo is on the list. That's not really a scary game. That's more of a dark game. What else do I have? I have The Void on there. Again, not super scary. None of these games are gonna be that scary. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Are there any actual scary games? I'm going to play Amanda the Explorer, which supposedly is a little scary. Startling, I guess. I don't know. Typically, your imagination gets the better of you, and it creates scenarios that do not exist. Unless it's the rare time in which it actually is a ghost and you die. But since neither of us are dead, we presume, I assume that's not the fate that befell you. Yeah, there we go. Although, you know, they say with like the ghost stuff that like the ghosts end up killing you. I don't think they usually do. Did you hear that weird rumbling noise? No, I was power washing. False alarm. Jenny put the washer on spin. Okay. I really need to stop giving them my my work phone. Because every time I give the clients my work phone, they send me a fan fiction. It's like, oh, your house is haunted. Got it. Look, I'm just here to get the grime and grit off your walls. That's all I'm here to do. Not indulge in your weird fantasies. 1 second. I'm sorry, if you can hear somebody taking a massive dump over the sound of them power washing your walls, you might need to see a doctor. Because this power washer is loud as all get out. You know, I've sort of slipped into the habit of swearing lately, but I'm starting to get out of it again because, you know, it's a lot more fun to think of creative ways to not swear. I mean, there's some really fun ways to say things that are just like, yeah, you could say, ah, damn, but saying like, oh, shucks a million. that's a bad example, but something like that. It's a restraining order. Doctors are your friends. Also, don't you see doctors like every day, Gorp? I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I assume you're in the vicinity of doctors pretty often. Doctors aren't at the hospital at 6 p.m. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how a hospital works, because you obviously know better than I do, but aren't there usually doctors who are there after... Don't there have to be their doctors throughout the night? I mean, who takes care of, like, the people? I mean, I know the nurses, obviously, but, don't there have to also be doctors? Like, operating... Oh, that's fair. Did I ever tell you... There was once a time... I was like in between jobs. My mom has always worked in the healthcare, and I don't know if this was like a favor to them or to me, but there was like a job. It was like kind of. It was involved with the hospital, but you know in like the hospital where they have the gift shop, it was involved with the hospital gift shop. So it was involved with retail. And it was like a back of the warehouse sort of position. So you would be inside like the warehouse area, like you know, doing stockroom sort of stuff, which at the surface didn't sound so bad. But the stockroom was so horrendously full of crap that, you know that feeling when you go in someplace and you feel instantly claustrophobic? It's like, I need to get out of here immediately. Like, if I am in here for any amount of time, let alone a work shift, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to roll up into a ball and cry and die. There's very limited doctors during the night here. They don't do much unless it's important, and they all complain about the drunkards who end up needing stitches and stuff during weekends. I mean, again, is that their job? I don't want to tell doctors how to do their business, but that would be like, you know, me throwing a crab fit every time a bunch of college program kids came in to work for the mouse. It's like, guys, it's your job. That's your job. There's a lot of people in the medical industry in here. I'm like the only person who is not. I don't know what Micah does, but I'm like the only person who's not in the medical industry. They're on call. You don't need docs at night. I mean, again. The hell you don't, right? Don't you not? Is there not a need for doctors in the middle of the night to be there in case? You can't just have a doctor just go home, you know, catch some Z's while you have like the COVID ward. There has to be somebody within spitting distance, right? They need to be able to at least be in overnight. There has to be someone. Doctors generally on call and come in, but usually they won't at night, and the nurses have to call them to administer drugs if something is wrong. You yourself have never ever worked in healthcare. I don't know if I've worked in healthcare or not. I have worked in healthcare. Brad, does the SRI count as healthcare, right? The medical packing place. It counts as healthcare. I put together medical packages. Only the ER staffs them at night. That's fair. I mean, again, I guess you don't really need doctors for, like, the ear, throat, and nose doctors, I guess. I guess that makes sense. But, I mean, you're at the hospital. So, I mean, most people go to the hospital during emergencies. What about, like, the labor doctors? I guess they would go home. People have labor at all times of day, though. Shouldn't there be a doctor within spitting distance in case someone needs to, needs to poop out a baby? Needs to just plop out a baby? There needs to be somebody there, right? I don't know. Am I crazy? Or do they just have to be ready? Stitches and stuff not typically done by doctors. What if someone comes in, straight up got mauled by a bear? Someone just got mauled by a bear at 2 in the morning. They were out, fighting bears at 2 in the morning. I guess they'd go to the ER. Learning so much about the medical, about hospitals tonight. So what doctors would go home at night then? The ER doctors would. What surgeons? Only if they're in the ER. The more you know. What if someone hits their head with a rent-a-scooter thingy? Yeah, exactly. People get mauled by a bear or hit their car at 2 a.m. They aren't going on telemetry. They aren't doing what now? I don't know what that means. Ah, gotcha. I mean, they probably have a higher list of priorities at the exact moment, I would assume. I was legitimately bummed out when I was younger and I worked at that medical supply place and I was not offered a position that, after the summer. Which, I mean, part of me is like, who cares? But the other part of me is like, I actually had, I tried to have a work ethic back then, even if I was like a kid and sucked at it. And it's like, damn it. Why did I have to go back to like grounds? Last week, there were only like 3 people under the age of 80 on my monitors. Doesn't say Yote. That's very clearly a V. Hi, Sprawl. What's going on? So there are doctors that stay throughout the night, clearly. But they're all in the ER. And again, I know I've brought this up a lot, but again, very common subject of lesbian romance. ERs. Medical fields. And Olympics. Yote. Intensivist. Trying to think if I had any other medical careers. I feel like I did not. I need to go down my list of careers. My list of roles. That would be a fun night. I need to add that to the list. Hold on. Let me add that to the scribble pad. I need to make that, like, because I barely remember them. List of careers. Is this actual lesbian romance or lesbian romance written for men? Well, the books that I have read have been by authors who allegedly, you know, present as lesbian authors. That's because medical fields have a lot of women in them and the Olympics are split up by gender. That's fair. I mean, I'm not judging. It's just an interesting that it's like there's a myriad of topics that they could pick, and a lot of them choose downhill skiing, cardiology and surgery. Roar, you do that. Roar, pretend to be a lesbian author. You. I have never claimed to be a lesbian author. No. I've never claimed to be a lesbian writer. I don't know what you're talking about. I actually forgot about that screen name until just now. I wonder if I have any money in that account. I think it all goes in. It's all part of the same account anyways, so gotta watch the pause. You gotta watch the pause. Downhill skiing is because there's tour groups and bars where people are less stupid about it. There was multiple skiing ones I've listened to, and they're all really good. One of them is just called Shush, because it's like, you know, when you're skiing and it's like shush. XC skiing has a higher share of people doing solitary stuff or hardcore exercise fans. One of them was about a Olympic skier who got into a really bad skiing accident and was no longer able to ski, or excuse me, no longer able to perform. So they had to become a like skiing coach. And they had to come to terms with the fact that they couldn't ski, you know, professionally anymore. They couldn't ski for the golds. But the person that, you know, that skier ended up falling in love with, she had a daughter from a previous relationship, and that daughter ended up being the protagonist of the sequel. Shush. The first book was called like Heart to Gold or some shit like that, and that sequel was called Shush. I just like saying that name. Anyways, to answer your question, they're written by like Jae, if you want to look them up, or Jerry Hill, or Radcliffe, or Georgia Beers, or a lot. I listen to a lot. EJ Noise, another really good one. And on a completely separate note, I'm sick of the Olympics. It's taken me a really long time to say it openly, because I know people really like the Olympics. I know it's a big thing. I really don't want to be the spoil sport. But when is it over? Are we done? Can we be done? I really don't want to sound like a dick. I just feel like it's been going on since the dawn of recorded time. It's done? Is it done completely? Oh, thank God. Did I actually wait until the end of the Olympics? I could have just said nothing. Oh well, here we are. At least I waited till the end. I really don't want to be the spoil sport, because I know people really enjoy it. And, you know, for people who in this world of such little joy, who am I to be the jerk that says, "Hey, stop enjoying your spinning and your dancing and your jumping into pools"? It's like, you know what? Power to you. There is a spirit of world camaraderie. Everyone seems to be happy, although I guess there's some argument about somebody who wasn't able to earn their bronze medal or something, and now they're suing people. Everyone likes the Winter Olympics. That might be the other problem. The Winter Olympics, I wouldn't say the Summer Olympics suck, but the Winter Olympics are a lot more visually interesting, at least for me. That said, I just don't really like them. I know that the trope of not liking sports is a little cliche in 2024, so sue me. I have never gotten into sports. A fall from grace I will never recover from until my body is food for worms. I gotta think, what is the sport I find most interesting? What is the sport I know the most about? Does chess count? I don't watch chess. Baseball? There's a lot of rules in baseball I don't necessarily... Horky. Oh, God. I gotta think, like, what is the most unequivocal sport that I could say I know the most about? I gotta cough 1 second. I don't know. Not soccer. It's definitely not soccer. It's like, I know baseball. I don't really know football, not that well. I know football well enough to know what's generally happening at any given time. But if you ask for any specifics, I'm going to be like, nah, I don't know any of that. Basketball could be okay. I think if... that would be a fun tier list. I'm putting that on the list. Sparts. Also, I'm on the wrong screen here. Where's the Twitch viewer? There it is. I just can't really think of any. Bowling is pretty fun. It's not really. Golf is pretty fun, I guess. Basketball is probably the most popular. Well, if we're talking worldwide, I think European football is probably the most popular of all. But if you're talking in America, I think even in America, isn't it non-European football, like American football is number one? Like in terms of popularity, I'm not sure. I'm not a sports knower. Anyways, I don't mean to talk crap about the Olympics. I hope that everybody had fun. It just gets to the point where it's like, yep, more, somebody won a gold. Yep, there's a gif of somebody jumping. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Ooh, America. Ooh, America. I think if I was going to watch a sport like live, I think it might be either like hockey or basketball, probably. Although, honestly, I don't necessarily mind baseball. Although I think it's more of the atmosphere. I don't want to go to a baseball game. I don't want to go to any of these games, mind you. But Baseball Live is pretty fun. Girl was asking if the art's still up. I'm pretty sure the art is not still up. Let's find out. No, art's not still up. But you know what? Because you asked... special one. Just on the second floor. Maybe I'll forget about it. Hey, does girl want an actual name? So I'm not just saying, you know, the girl. Cricket and table tennis are super popular. You mean like ping pong? Are we allowed to call it that? Is that racist? Are we not allowed to call it ping pong anymore? Is it racist to ask that? Cricket's less popular than basketball. Cricket is situationally popular in some countries, but I don't think it holds a lot of weight outside of said countries like Australia, UK, Spike, France maybe? I don't know. She digs the girl. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I call the other one the boy, so that's only fair, I guess. Cricket is huge in India. Pretty much anywhere that's been colonized by the UK, right? Other than America, because we don't tolerate any BS. We're like, no, we'll make our own sports, thank you, with blackjack and hookers. I almost just stopped with hooker. Fishing! What about fishing as a sport? It's boring to watch. I like fishing. Fishing's only really a sport in the US. Really? Why? Fishing's great. I mean, if you're in Japan, you know, whaling is a job. I guess it's not just Japan. That's a whole that side of the world just loves the whales. Hey, you got a tire. Whales aren't fish. Whaling, fishing, you know, it depletes the ocean of a thing that was once there. It all is in the same bucket. And I'm not dogging them necessarily, but they gotta leave some in the ocean, you know? It's like, look, I can understand a few. They are mammals. Indeed. Indeed. But at the end of the day, you're bringing a creature out of the ocean into a boat. So, I mean, like, whether you're calling it whaling or whether you're calling it fishing, fishermen, whalers, they all do the same crap. They bring things out of the ocean that probably, in some cases, should have been in the ocean. That said, I'm not going to get into an environmental debate about whaling right now. It's a little too late and a little too heavy of a conversation for Powerwash Simulator stream in the year of our Lord 2024. I'm going to clean this gate, and then I think it'll be just about break time. How about I clean this pillar? God, this house is super filthy. There we go. Okay, post cleaned. Alright. Let me find a place to hang. Where's the stupid... Went all the way around the house. There we go. I'm gonna hang out near the artwork. Beautiful. Alright, I will be right back. I need to go pee. Go stretch. Go, you know, make sure you don't get blood clots, all that. Be right back. I'm back. Alright, how much more do we have to do on this bottom floor? I'm thinking not really a ton. Just a little bit down here, and then we can start moving towards the second floor. I'm thinking the second floor is going to be a little less heavy to do than the first floor. The first floor was a bit of a mess. I might need to upgrade my gun. Actually, I might just move up to the second floor now. First floor is looking real good. Except for this right here. Not all whales are endangered, though apparently all of them suffer from heavy metal pollution and stuff. Not all whales are endangered, but the ones that are involved in whaling are. You're cute. You're cute, kitty! I don't know enough about whaling to make any proper statements about it. I'm just gonna say I did a lot of whaling in Assassin's Creed. That was it. That was my whole statement. Let's go over here. I'm gonna leave the artwork for now. I kind of had a faint urge to play some more Assassin's Creed, but then I was like, do I gotta start over at the beginning? I never did play the first game, so that would probably be a good place to start, but the first game has a lot of boring parts to it. I don't know. My schedule is pretty full already. I don't think I need to add Ass Creed, or at least not the first one. I never did get very far in, like, Valhalla. How do, Dirt Finder? I got a real doozy for you. When you can spare a minute for us over at the recreational grounds. Are you the people that hired me to clean your disgusting playground? Hello, is this the Grime Bandits? I need some help with my poor little play school. Eesh. Busy. Oh, another thing. Careful how you go around the volcano. What volcano? What are you talking about? Getting a lot of texts that I'm not sure are for me. We went down there to enjoy a smoky sunset, and Jenny saw a UFO pop out the top and disappear before you can say, "Look, a UFO? Where? Oh." Yeah, I'm not sure what any of them are talking about. Yeah, that game warden, or that park warden is he is a criminal who needs to be in, like, actual prison. There is some money being siphoned away in that guy's account. I'm thinking that might be a different Jenny. Psychokinesis refers to the ability of moving objects through psychic power. I don't know which putt-putt game to start with. Should I go, like, in order of, like, when they came out? That probably would make the most sense. I could go in reverse order and just have it be more frustrating by the game. That'd be funny. And definitely not a terrible idea. Like, they make the UI and the game experience a little better every time, and it's like chronological. Well, they're not connected in any way, Kitty. They're all separate. So I'm like, there isn't an actual story component from game to game that I'm aware of. So each putt-putt game, from what I understand, is completely separate from every other putt-putt game. the puzzles in putt-putt games are for literal babies, so I have a feeling we're not going to need to do too much. Putt-putt saves the zoo. You want to do putt-putt saves the zoo first? But we want to. You don't want to save best for last, or whatever. I don't know. I don't mind. I'm just wondering what your reasoning is. Just curious, curiouser, and curiouser. Also, speaking of curiouser and curiouser, I actually didn't have enough time on the list. I kind of wanted to play Alice Madness Returns again, but I didn't have enough time in Spooky Month. I could do it in November, I guess. But I'm like, that kind of was the whole point for, you know, doing it in Spooky Month. But I've got a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to do in Spooky Month instead. This is the year we're finally going to play The Void, for example. That, however, isn't for 2 months. Also, I need to know what you want to do for your birthday, Kitty. On stream. Play the most recent and work backwards. That's what I was thinking. For putt-putt, you mean? That's kind of what I was thinking. I think that would be funny. I need to know what you want to do for you. On your birthday is a stream night. So either, if you don't want me to stream, that's an option. But if you don't mind, or if you don't want to go out, or, you know, you want me to entertain you, as it were, you know, dance monkey dance, let me know what you want to play, or see, or do. We could watch, we could watch, game shows. We could, you know, the world is our oyster. I need to move the timing of that around a little bit. There's a lot of stuff happening all at once in the chat. I need to fix the timing of that, but that's a job for not now. Also, a big hot 69% completion on the house. Excellent. Your birthday is on what day? I don't know. I think it's a Thursday. I can tell you that we're planning to start Shovel Knight right around then. So if you want to play Shovel Knight on your birthday, I know that you've been interested in that game for a while. Ever since you saw the Game Grumps doing it. But if not, that's fine too. Wild flamingos are pink because they consume vast quantities of algae and shrimp. That's true. That's a thing they do. It's a Tuesday. Okay. I was wrong. What do you want to do for your birthday? Or if you don't want to talk about it now, that's fine too. Let me get up to the higher points on the roof. There we go. Bring off the grit. I'll watch what you want to do. Well, but Kitty, I want to do what you want to do. Wait, I want to do what you want to do. It's your birthday. You should be able to have whatever entertainment you want. You're like, but you'll be streaming. This house is disgusting. It's covered in bird crap, grit and grime, ground in dirt. Well, maybe I'll leave it as actually, I don't know. We could go back to the coin game and go to a different arcade. We spent most of the coin game during my birthday going to the carnival. But there's another arcade that we could go to. Not an important one. Every birthday of yours is important because you are important. You silly, silly goose. Everywhere I look, there's grit on this house. I keep thinking I'm getting closer, but I keep finding more disgusting grit. How do you even let a house get this filthy? We don't even touch our house and it doesn't get this gross. Maybe I'll think of something. Maybe we'll, maybe it'll be a surprise. Actually, I don't want to say that because that'll set some level of expectation. I'm like, I don't know. We could play Gorn. Actually, I think we tried to play Gorn, and I think it ended up being a mess, so that might not be a good idea. Maybe it's a hoarder house? That's possible, but how'd the outside get so dirty? It's like, look at the other houses. Everywhere we can look, everything's beautiful. This is the one disgusting, filthy hellhole house in the entire neighborhood. The HOA is probably going nuts. By like, look, you need to pressure wash your house or you're out of here. Say, you're out of here, buddy. To be fair, at least they did a bit of effort in the neighborhood. At the park, it was like an empty field, all perfectly manicured, and a disgustingly horrible park all in the middle of it. It's like, guys, could you do a little, make the rest of the park filthy? You know, we don't have to clean it, but at least then, oh, I fell off the roof. Let's do this. Let's clean the garage roof, so at least we'll have one of these taken care of. We're gonna have to clean off the wiener. Let's clean off this whole section. There we go. Don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I've looked into the creepy symbols you found on the side of the house you're working on. I already spray painted. I already got rid of those. Don't worry about it. Don't fuss yourself. Turns out they're just builder's diagrams, telling the plumber where to put the gap for the overflow pipe. Oh. So you're just spreading gossip then. Gotcha. This actually isn't a weird haunted house. You're just being weird. Okay, so the whole garage is clean. Let's do the gutter here. Did I get all the gutter? I probably need to do underneath the gutter too. I think we're going to start getting to the maps in this game that are going to be multi-night maps. We haven't reached it yet, but I think we're going to get to the point where it's going to take more than one night to complete a map. Or more specifically, it'll take more than 2 hours to beat a map. Our house could use a good power wash. Agreed, Kitty. Do we know anybody that has a power wash? Should borrow a power wash from somebody. I think we've had this conversation before, but I don't know what the conclusion of it was. You have one? Is it like this? Does it work really well? Like, how does it work? I guess is a better way to phrase that question. Do you like hook it up to a hose? You do, and they've offered to let us borrow it. Works just like that, except for hooking it up to a hose. Maybe we should, when we have time, if we have the opportunity and you have, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not opposed, definitely, if we have the, you know. I don't want to be like, I don't want to make a commitment and it's going to be really scary to use, and then we won't do it. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate the offer extension. Probably need to go down there, spray this a little better. Once you get to like $2,000, you can buy the next level. Excuse me, I see some grit under here. Where's the grit? There's some. So what makes it so compressed and well, not dangerous. It's sound like a bitch, but I'm like, what makes it so compressed and powerful if it just hooks up to a regular hose? To plug it in, it's electric. That makes sense. Is there some sort of like, what makes the force? Is there some sort of like engine or motor on it? Very curious. Stuck also. I'm also stuck. Oh god, this front porch I don't even want to look at. I'll come back to that. This is looking good. This is looking... I'm stuck. Thank you. Alright, that part of the roof is done. What else can we get on the roof? Let's clean the chimney completely. As long as we're up here. The problem with the main maps in this game is that they're kind of dull. It's like... It's a house. It's like, alright. I get it. It's fine. I'm just... meh. Not really a lot of blood you can pull out of the excitement stone on a residential home. But, you know, you gotta start somewhere, I guess. It's not cleaning the bar from Final Fantasy VII, I'll say that much. No wonder I've got so much percentage left. This is all disgusting. Also, I bet maybe if I clean off enough, maybe it will clean the whole thing. That's kind of nice. If you get just enough percentage points, it will clean things even if you've definitely left some big, gross splotches. That is the kind of nice thing about this game. It does sort of care for your time. Not all the time, but it does sort of respect your time. That's the thing that's a little bit of a bummer if you switch over to like lawn mowing simulator. It's a little less chill in the fact that if you screw something up, if you like mess up something in the lawn, you've just lost yourself some money. As opposed to this where if you can't over power wash something. You can't spray the power wash at a window and break it or something. It's not... It's slightly less realistic in that sense, but I do appreciate it. I think that's a positive thing. Let me be clear. I do think that is a good thing that they have instituted. That you don't break windows by power washing them. God, I didn't even know this was a window. It was so filthy. Did, like, the owners die? I guess that's possible, but I don't think that was in the mythos. This is just a gross, dirty house. It's like they work in a coal mine town. I guess maybe if you were like doing hurricane recovery, maybe all of this grit and grime could have gotten sprayed onto your house. That sort of tracks. Maybe over like the fall or winter we can borrow your power washer. Sometime when it's not so godly hot out that we'll all die trying to do anything outside. That would be nice. It would be nice to make things look a little better. I put Finn food and water down. Please don't let him have anything after midnight. I am not planning to, Kitty. I don't typically feed him anything. Oh, I do, but I don't feed him anything like in the middle of the night. Although I guess giving him a snack. Even then, though, I don't really give him snacks in the middle of the night. The most I'll do is like, you know, if I'm going out to the living room to like watch TV or something, I'll let him come out. Because am I not merciful? I'll let him come out to watch TV with me. Just the best daddy in the world. I think there's a whole other side over there that's just pitch black and gross, so I need to prepare myself for that. Finn's getting neutered tomorrow, so he unfortunately has some surgery to take care of. We gotta go get his balls removed. It is a good thing he doesn't know English, because I think he is like lying down in Lisa's lap right now. Or at least on the bed close by. Let's jump up here. Let's grab the rest of this. You know, we could use the power washer on. We have a, do we still have that cactus growing up out of the gutter? We probably should take, like, I think I knocked it back once, but I think it's grown more. And there's like enough area up in the gutter that a cactus, like a little baby cactus, has taken root, and it's kind of wild. Probably should pull it back a little bit. Maybe I'll do that on Friday. But a power washer would help with that. Like just cranking out anything in the gutters. We aren't the best homeowners. Yeah, but we aren't the worst. Which, I'm fine living by comparison. I don't think anyone looks at our house and says, woof. And honestly, that's the standard I can live with. Okay, children. Grab your mints off the dinner menu and let's go. I'm getting like stuck on the gutters. There we go. Yeah, this side's a bit grimy down here, so this should give us the last little bit of percentage, I'm thinking. Or at least the majority of it. We don't have a bunch of crap in our yard. We don't have, you know, we're not dirty. We just, you know, so we're not out there every Sunday with the neighbors jiving and mowing the lawn. So what? We all have different crosses to bear, and ours does not involve yard work. That is the rare joy of capitalism. Paying someone a lot of money. Because when I tried to do the lawn, groceries, when I tried to do the lawn, my lawnmower caught on fire. So, you know what? I don't trust it. I'm going to leave it to the professionals and not burn down my... That startled me a little bit. The pirates were a little startling. I was like, what just happened? I'm awake now. Sometimes I forget that I add some things. I have a whole bunch of green screens that I was getting ready to add before stream, and then I forgot to add them. So maybe I'll take care of that tomorrow. Sorry, it's okay, kitty. That's good. It keeps our heart rates up. Also, it teaches me to pay a little more attention, because you never know. You know, you always need to be prepared for something. I actually like the pirates. The pirates are funny. There's something about that really dramatic techno music with those dorky looking pirates just makes me laugh. There's a window right here. My goodness. Just absolutely filthy. I probably will not go on after we finish the house. Assuming this last 6 minutes doesn't take us 23 minutes, we might end early, depending on how long the rest of this takes. We're definitely the babies of our families. I don't, you know. I think that we are doing just fine with life, my love. Everybody has, you know, different roles in life. And our role is to be the best people we can be. Be the best parents we can be, the best workers we can be. We might not change the world. Playing Powerwash Simulator on a Sunday evening in 2024. But we'll get through this world. And maybe we'll do it with a smile. Some days, anyways. And if there's anything I can do to accomplish that or to help that, especially for you, that is my goal, kitty. Just like my goal is to clean this garbage house for these garbage homeowners. I feel like our house is a lot cleaner than this house is. There is no metric in which our house is less clean than this terrible, you know, this terrible home. Just absolutely filthy. Like, could it use a power wash? Sure, but not this badly. Like, not every single window is so covered in grit and grime that you can't see out of it. That's just wild. Also, we're really close here. Window frame. Said window frame. There we go. We're at 95% completion. We are very close on this. We're probably going to hit like a cluster of stuff. This isn't like a vehicle or something where you got a whole bunch of gross grit and grime like hidden under something. There's going to be like, yeah, here we go. We're going to find like patches. That's what I thought. We're going to find like huge swaths undone. And that is glorious. Probably my least favorite part of this game is the endless pixel hunt at the end. It's like once you get to about 5% left, maybe 2% left, I feel like you pretty much have it cleaned, right? They can give you the gimme on this one. Although if they lowered it, then somebody would want them to lower it even more, I guess. So I suppose they know what they're doing. Beautiful. All right, what do we have left? What's the... Oh, probably this area here, definitely. Like this pillar first. Because it's filthy. Excellent. Got some railings that are filthy. Probably cleaning Aerith's bar is going to give me enough money for the next area, which will be, or excuse me, for the next cleaner device, which will make it a little easier to spray everything. I think this particular cleaner kind of sucks from what I read, and I kind of wasted my money, but here we are. So I'm saving my money and getting the more expensive and more powerful cleaner very soon. I need $2,000. I need $2,000 and I do not have that. But that's okay. In this line of work, there are highs and there are lows. Also, it's super dirty up there. Thank you. There we go. Gutters are still dirty. Just barely. Got some rails that are still dirty. It's like being picked to death by ducks over here. Oh my god. I think I found where most of my remaining percentage is. I don't even want to look at that right now. Let me get this first, and then I'll go grab the ladder. You. Excellent. These railings, bunch of grit and grime underneath. Bunch of grit and grime everywhere. Come on. Oh, does this extend all the way down? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would explain it. This level was a substantial lift in difficulty. And it really goes to show that you should not buy the second upgrade for the gun because it sucks. If this is any indication of what future levels are going to be, I am not going to be able to do the future levels very easily without an upgrade. So we'll fix that next time. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I love finding little gritty, dirty parts. Like, yes. Oh, my filthy little areas. Get cleaned. Get out of here. The wall dirty? No. All right, what left do we have? Not much. Let's do the chimney. Let's grab you. Let's get the last few parts. Here's the chimney. And beautiful. This whole side of the house needs some work, but especially the chimney. So we'll grab this first. Need a wider nozzle. I do. See, here's the thing though, Kitty. Like, a lot of this house in particular has been a lot harder for the wider nozzle. Well, not this. This is a bad example. But for a lot of the house, the wider nozzle has not been enough to get the grime and grit. So I've been having to use the super fine nozzle for some of this crap, and it has not been easy. But that's okay. I think buying the next level of sprayer will really make this a lot easier. This wall is fine. I can use the normal sprayer on that, the wide nozzle. We take you. Come on. I'd like a ladder, please. Perfect. We're at 98%. We're so close. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to reach that with a normal spray. There we go. Yeah, the wider nozzle is really good, but it's starting to lose its effectiveness. But I think that's intentional game progression. It wants you to buy the upgraded tools. And that's okay. You live and learn. I've wasted some money, but I'll get it back. It's going to be a very weird compilation of what we've cleaned from the house. I've been all over this house. A few more things. We got this. What do I have left? 4 things. Posts. We have 1 post. That's you. And we did this without any soap, too. So, I mean, you know, if anyone's looking for something of a hero, look no further. Alright. Railings, wooden trims, fortunes, forecast, lucky charms. Let's do railings first, since we're right here. I think if I'm going to do a tier list on the sports, on all of the sports as it were, I'm going to need to actually know how said sports work, right? Or at least a general idea. I should probably learn, like, just the general thought of how a lot of these sports actually work. Like, I know the general gist of most of them, but not all of them, that's for sure. Come on, railings. You can do this. Thank you. Jesus. All right. More railings. No. Probably the railings around the front. Woo! Or are these wooden trims? I can't tell. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just spray everything. Right over here. Hang can't see. At some point you get to the point where you just need to spray wildly and hope you get that last little pixel. Right, it says I need gutters. Which gutter? Let's do wooden trims first, because there's a ton of them. Where's... which wooden trim? Which wooden trim? This? Oh. Oh, I see. Beautiful. What else? You. It's going to be a bunch of grit right on the top of it, isn't it? Oh, no. It's mostly underneath. Never mind. Beautiful. Next. Wooden trim. Wooden trim. Garage door is good, but there's trim right here, right? Where's the trim? Oh, it's on top. I got you. There we go. 2 more wooden trims. Looking for blinking. Here's some. Is it both sides? It is. Bunch of grit underneath. And apparently that's not it. No way that can't be it. Unless this is all the same trim. Last trim. I don't know where it is. Is it this one? Yes. Oh, it's all underneath. Oh, get there. That's what I'm talking about. Railings. We'll come back to railings. Let's grab the last gutter. Which gutter are we talking about? Is it this one? Is it on the back? What do you want? Oh, it's probably up top. Dang it. I don't even know where the ladder is. Ugh. Ladder is lost. Which gutter are you? Not you. It is not you. Not you. Which gutter is it? You're supposed to be able to see them blinking. But I cannot find the gutter that it's talking about. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's this gutter. And unfortunately, it's probably up above. And that's where I got distracted before. So, it's up here over to the right. So where's the grit? All over the place? Yeah, that's what I thought. Lime scale. Rust. Ground in dirt. Where's this last railing? It's a challenge. But not for Seal It Bang. This should be easy. I think we're done. Pretty close. Seal It Bang just eats up rust and dirt. Really? You gonna hold out on me right here at the end? Is this when I need to pull out the, I need to pull out the cleaner here? Just gonna coat everything in soap. I still can't find it. Cleaning everything with soap. I still can't find the dirt. Is it here? It is. Didn't even need to waste it. It's right here in front of my dumb face. I'm actually not even that early. I thought I'd be really early, but no, I spent so much time wandering around like an idiot that no, I was not, in fact. More than a handful of moments early. Where is this last bit of grit? You? Yeesh. The absolute worst this house is. The grit over here. Grit, grit. There's like one tiny little patch. It is evading me something fierce. Is it you? Can't see anything left. Come on. Just gonna spray the railing. Oh, I see a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. 100 extra bucks. All right, let's take a look at the... Where did I go? How long have I been down here? Oh, I think when the mail came through. Let's see how we did. I like how you can't see the back. You can see the wiener though. That looks really nice. The house looks amazing, almost normal. You know what's strange though? As you were finishing, there was a screech from the attic, so I opened a latch and something whooshed past my face, followed by a grubby gray feather floating mysteriously down. I think it was Esther's soul leaving, finally at peace. It was probably a bird. What are the birds? Oh god. So the next two places, they were the skate park and the shoe house, both of which seem to be run by the city, both of which should not be anything involving children because they are criminals who steal money. But that is a question for another night because I am a sleepy boy. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for cleaning things with me. We are going to do some putt-putt for the rest of the week. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll also be back on Thursday and Friday. We won't be here on Saturday. So remember to eat of, as you can see from my shirt. And for the rest of the night, enjoy yourself. Do something special. Bye.
Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.